welcome back to another blockbuster episode of Clark's Public Art School. I've got a special guest artist here, Bryan Konietzko, co-creator of Avatar: The Last Airbender and amazing artist. And we are going to do dueling portraits and using a method I've never used before called reverse painting. Subtractive painting.
We can call it reverse painting.
And yeah, what are we doing here?
Well, I first became aware of this technique a million years ago when I was in art school. I learned about Mark Tanzi, really cool painter. He does these huge monochromatic paintings, and I think because his are so large, he does a section at a time. But the idea is you cover the surface with oil paint, and then because oil paint stays, wet and viscous for a good amount of time, you work into it and you remove it, revealing the white of the paper or the gesso of the canvas, whatever surface you have. And you can make bigger moves in the beginning when it's really wet, and get pretty close down to the white. Mm-hmm. And then as it dries, you're kind of working into it with brushes, or then when it's really tacky, you can like scratch into it almost like a monoprint or something. And I was a big fan of it in school, but I never really, when I was actually oil painting, I never actually tried it. And then in 2002, I did a few dog portraits for a friend, and I was like, oh, this is the way I've been looking to paint. And then I never did it again because Avatar got picked up, and I just got swept up in making animation. And so yeah, I've been talking to you about this technique for a while now, and we've both you've been wanting to try it. I've been wanting to do it again. So it's been like 23 years since I've done it. But the one ingredient we're missing is some medium to thin it out and make it a little more liquid.
Yep.
So we're gonna experiment with just the juicier paints that we have on hand. We'll do the first one. If it's a disaster, we're gonna take a little break, go get some medium, and come back. Clark prepared some more paper, so we have a second bite at the apple here.
Yeah, luckily the studio is mere blocks away, so
yeah.
How does it start? We start by just
well, basically, because we're gonna do this monochromatically, I would just mix whatever, or if you're just gonna stick with one.
Go straight out.
Yeah.
I love Prussian blue so much.
Yeah, Prussian blue is beautiful. I'm doing
I'm just gonna go for it.
Where you go to the soda machine and just get all the flavors.
What's that called when you I don't know, it's not vignetting, but when you paint not to the edges of the paint and you have you leave a little border.
Reverse vignette? Reverse painting.
Oh, this brush this is going to be used. This is super crusty old brush that has dried paint in it.
Those are good when it's getting a little drier and you can scrape into it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use that later on. Right now.
I feel like we're just having peanut butter sandwiches, not peanut butter and jelly. We're just going to be chewing. It's
no, this
is going to be the oil paint equivalent of that.
Oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to use blue. I forgot. It's gonna turn invisible. Can we see this at all? Oh my God! All right.
No, but then you'll be This is reverse painting. You'll be revealing your painting.
Oh, I'm gonna throw some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some
purple or
red in there. I have to make it somewhat visible. This is a thing that I do on here regularly.
Yeah.
I just like blue, and so I get in here and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to paint, and then I just start painting with blue, and then nothing happens because it's just turning the paint invisible or whatever I'm painting on.
Well, we lucked out with the gloves.
Yeah,
I kind of like this idea that we just eventually paint. We just we blew ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
We eventually paint ourselves out. Paint the easel.
Well, I might need to like lower this thing down a little bit here. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Oh, cool. I can see the paint now. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to put like a little, when you're talking about the dog painting, we can like go back and post.
Yeah, we
and
can throw those up.
Throw the image in there.
Yeah, the dog paintings were good because my friend, she was giving her parents some gifts and she sent me some photos of their dog.
Yeah, we do need some medium. You're right. Okay. Oh, I do have.
I can go back in the text and show you where I said we need
No, I
medium.
actually looked at it and I was like, don't forget anything. I was like, no, I got it all. I got it all. And then I was like, just skimming over it, of course, like in the moment.
But yeah, the thing was, it was a black lab, and so it was really easy to focus on the silhouette and then just work into the form a little bit because, you know, they kind of have like a reflective sheen. And so that was a good subject for it. I only did it twice, and both times it was a black lab, so this will be interesting.
Okay, yours is visible. That's good.
Oops.
Mine is sort of not so much, but I guess if I throw in some other color, I can like kind of.
Yeah, I used that one.
I'm gonna use this. Where's that purple at?
Right here.
Yeah, let's see what's up with that purple. Yeah, everybody's like hyped on gambling, but it's kind of like not, I don't know. I definitely have come across some crappy tubes of gambling oil paint.
I have this like bag of oil paint from college that every time I move, I find it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start oil painting again. And but I mean, it's like 25. Wait, when did I go to college? A long time ago.
I've got some oil paints that were my grandmother's from the 80s.
That's what's cool though, is
it just stays
it can
good
stay
forever.
it can stay wet if the tube doesn't get compromised.
Some of the tubes that I have that are like from the 80s are like lead.
Yeah.
Like the tube is lead. All right.
The problem is lead white is so nice.
I know, right? No, not the paint, the tube itself.
Oh, the tube's
the metal
lead.
of the tube is like actual lead.
Oh, maybe not so nice.
It's like squeezing out paint and then eating a sandwich. Okay. All right, so just start scraping away at this thing, like.
Yeah, I mean, I would think you can work however you want, but I would think mostly in like working the silhouette, you know, kind of getting that shape, and then you can sort of work into it. The goal is to not have to add paint again, I think. That's my guess. Again, usually we'd be doing more of a like nice glaze with some medium, not this peanut butter. This feels more like a baking class. It's like British Bake Off.
Oh my gosh, there's this awesome show I've been watching that's called like Landscape Painter of the Year, and it's like a British show.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Nice.
the Great British Baking Show, but landscape painting. And there's a portrait. There's like a portraiture version too. It's so good.
Nice.
And like the characters that they get on the show are just like.
I'm in. I'll check it out.
It is awesome. I think I found it on YouTube, and I was just like, I wonder. I've been wanting to like make a show like that, kind of like when I started doing this show.
Yeah.
That would be cool to make like an art contest. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they have that. Maybe did.
That's awesome. Man.
Wow.
Yeah,
The texture. All right, this is the experimental.
This is
experimental. We'll get the smoother paper.
Yeah.
The smoother paper with the medium. I never use mediums. I just use pure oil paint. So it's like I have a bunch of it.
That's intense, man.
Do you like that Galkid stuff or like
I don't know
sand oil or what's your vibe? Like
You talking about mediums?
Yeah.
Or? I mean, we used to just do like, I don't remember what the ratio was, but we would do linseed oil and like terpenoid. You know, we would kind of just make our own mediums. But then I did start buying like pre-made like Winsor Newton, you know, mediums.
Yeah.
I feel like I was actually talking to my former professor and good friend, Fritz Jury. He's an amazing painter.
It was like somebody vacuuming off in the distance.
I thought it was music. It's a pretty musical vacuum. But yeah, I feel like in my short oil painting tenure, I didn't really, I never really cracked the code on like the medium that I wanted. I never found the right level of viscosity. So I do want to get back into it and do a little more research, a little more trial and error with different mediums. But not tonight.
I knew I was gonna forget something critical. It's just like every time. There's you know, it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, if I was prepared. if we had like all the stuff.
I like the challenge. Well, it'll be like that.
It's like
Naruto character Lee, like, turns out he's been wearing weights to like hold himself back the whole time, and then he finally breaks out of the weights. Like this is gonna be us when we get to the second painting. We're just gonna be like, and just, you know. All right, I'm almost there. I'm almost covered my cake. Just going straight purple.
How do you, what's your like process or like kind of, I don't know, timeline of like having a character on the show? Do you just like have like a random idea and you're like, oh, that'd be cool, and then just start sketching it out?
You mean for like design, for the design side? Oh, you know, it depends. I mean, sometimes a character's born in a writer's room, and you kind of get to know them, or you start to build an idea of them in your head, and then it's like, oh, how do I take that abstract idea and like put it into a design? And in those cases, a lot of, like on the original series on Avatar: The Last Airbender, like a lot of the character designs I did, because I would often do like, I worked with character designers on the show and they did a lot of really great ones, but sometimes I would do like, you know, an important like, character, like someone who was going to be reoccurring throughout the series. But I would often do them in a production meeting when we were like, people were talking about schedules and how late I was on everything, you know? And so, yeah, I don't know, it's something like, I don't know how you are, you just work all the time. But like, the best ideas like come, whether it's music or art, when I'm not supposed to be doing it, you know?
Oh, for sure. Like procrastinating one task and then something else happens, absolutely.
So when I'm in a production meeting and I'm supposed to be paying attention and I'm bored or stressed, or usually it's a combination of both, like, I just, it's easier for the idea to flow. So I'll just kind of doodle in the meeting.
Do you have your sketchbook in there? Like while you're in the meeting?
I'm not a big sketchbook person.
I
feel really like,
pad.
Yeah, I just have
pad,
more of like
drawing
a
pad.
legal pad or something I'm like taking notes on. But yeah, I've always been bad with sketchbooks because I feel really self-conscious. Like, oh, this is forever. I don't know. I think I was like James Jean, like he sells reproductions of his sketchbooks because they're so perfect and beautiful. And I'm like page 1, bad drawing. Like, all right, well, time to throw this sketchbook out. So I'm much more like, I like to work on loose leaf paper because it's just mentally I don't feel as on the spot, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes a character's born out of a drawing, and that's the case with Aang, you know, the main character of Avatar. It was just this kid I just drew, and I didn't know who he was, but I was really intrigued by him, and started to explore more, and then I shared it with Mike, and then I had some ideas around what his world might be. I think that's a lot of the way Mike and I work sometimes, is more from like the kind of world building, like the scenario, and then getting to know the characters, and then you kind of imagine the story. All right, I finally got it covered.
I'm in the thick of it over here.
Oh man. All right.
It's kind of got a Shroud of Turin kind of vibes to it. Like, check this thing out. It's hilarious. But it definitely, like, because I put the blue down first.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
definitely doing something.
So when you do this with the medium, you can get down to white. But
All right.
it's so thick. So I'm getting this electric.
Never gonna hear the end of
No,
it.
never.
Oh yeah, I have to be still, sort of. Okay.
I was trying to think of like some cleaning products that might be out there that we could use.
I know,
Some
right?
sort of solvent.
Like casual, like. Yeah, I guess they don't really have turpentine, just like sitting
Hanging out
in the sink, under the sink anymore.
What's wrong with the world these days?
I
You used to you could get turpentine and
Everybody had
in a
lot of
vending machine.
turpentine.
It's like a Capri Sun. Just poke a straw in it. Just like fighting to get down. Man, I don't know if I made it easier or harder on you. I'm in such desperate need of a haircut.
No, it's good.
Just got this big old mop.
I love doing like longer hair. It's like one of my favorite things to draw because it's just like, I don't know, just like always like got these like, there's like all these like flowy moments in it. Yeah, I feel like also the paper with the like thick
Texture.
maybe it's gonna be better with like thinner, with like the smoother one.
Yeah, I mean, the texture can work to your advantage. You know, it can give you some, like all you're doing is like subtracting something, but all of a sudden it suggests like hair or cloth or something. So it can work in your favor, but it's just one of those like
This knife is like
uncontrollable factors.
This is the right tool.
It's good, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking I could have brought like an orbital sander.
Just oil paint, just like
Oil paint dust.
flying everywhere. I've been tempted to use spray paint in here, but I'm like, nah, that's probably not good for the cameras. Did you make a lot of art when you were a kid?
Yeah, I was drawing from a really young age, like 1.5 or something. I was doing like representational stuff. Like, I think the first like recognizable drawing I did was like a drag racing car. I've been watching it on TV. It had like the parachute coming out the back. And then, yeah, I'd have to ask my mom how old I was, but I was like 3 or something, and I think the Last Temptation of Christ was on TV or some, or the Ten Commandments or something, and I did this biblical scene of like John the Baptist's head on a platter, and like the horse anatomy definitely challenged me. But it was like a whole scene. I had like a whole environment. And, it was just some scene from the movie. His like beheading really stuck with me. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't Last Temptation of Christ. It was because that wasn't out yet.
I've never seen.
It was Ten Commandments.
Ten Commandments. I've seen like little bits of it.
I think that's what it was. I don't know. I was
Charlton Heston.
Yeah, I mean I was 3-ish, so yeah, I was definitely drawing from a young age. Once I was 13, I got more into guitar, and stopped kind of drawing for myself. I really just drew for like art class and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think I completed like a painting or drawing or anything until it was like an assignment for school. And then it was like, oh, okay, I don't have a choice.
Well, I was really lucky because I went to like a magnet art school, kind of high school thing.
Where was that?
In Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And
so it was like people were serious, or like there was like expectations to like do good or something.
Well, I was just I was drawing at school, so I didn't really draw at home that much. It was kind of more playing guitar. I'm now realizing I should have done this silhouette the opposite, because like you're light against this curtain. Instead, I was like painting you like the black lab and just like erased the outside.
Whoa.
I might go the other way. Yeah, this is definitely the experimental one.
I like this process. I'm into it. One of my favorite things to do with oil paint is to scratch into wet oil paint.
And you'll definitely like this.
It's like, I did a whole episode on this show where have you ever used that cold wax medium? It's kind of like,
no.
It's like the consistency of like icing or like butter, like melted, like not melted butter, but like soft butter. And it's some kind of like wax with like some kind of solvents in it, but like when you stir it in with oil paint, it like really has a cool texture to it. And then you can I've done like a series of paintings where I like paint the whole canvas with like a color of oil paint mixed with wax.
Yeah.
And then I'll scratch like an abstract drawing into it, let that dry, and then kind of like use that as like the drawing.
Yeah.
And then fill in all the colors like a coloring book kind of style thing.
I think I'm gonna have to go like full Giacometti for this round.
It's got that, yeah.
I think I gotta let go of this idea of like light, which is normally that's just how I think. It's just light form, but I gotta go. I do love Giacometti, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna scratch.
I feel like I saw some like Dubuffet. Maybe that was the person that I got like inspired to like try that like scratching into oil paint.
Yeah.
It was, like these like super thick Dubuffet paintings. There were like he mixed like oil paint with like sand or something like that. So it was like this like crazy thick paste on the surface of the canvas, and then he like scratched into it. And like something about that just.
So wait, what's the medium? You said it's like a wax.
It's cold wax medium.
It's just already kind of liquidy, and or do you have to get it to
it's it's the consistency of like kids paste. Like for like the glue stuff that you use. It's like that. It's like very like similar to that, and then you mix it with oil paint. Or at least that's how I use it. I think you can use it. People use it for like different
Does
stuff.
it ever, like, if you mix it with oil paint, does it ever set?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah, it dries. It dries kind of like soft and light. It's like it's almost as if it were like styrofoam or something.
Wow.
Or like it has like a almost like a pliable kind of quality where it's like it doesn't like dry like hard like I guess like regular oil paint will like eventually harden. It like maintains this kind of softness. There's some company called like Dorland's. I think that's who makes it. It's like Dorland's cold wax medium. I was into it, and then it was like, bought like a can of it, I used it, and then it was like expensive, and then a friend of mine bought some, and he hated it. And he gave me like a friggin'
huge thing of it.
2-gallon, 3-gallon jug of it, and I've been using that for like the last like 20 years.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, but on some Kiefer, do you know that painter?
Oh, yeah.
Man, he mixes like, when you said mixing oil paint with sand, I just immediately thought of him, because like, those are some of my favorite paintings. And you have to see them in person. It's like, the reproductions don't even.
Have you been to Mass Mocha and seen the like Anselm Kiefer building?
I don't know if I saw that when I was there. I mean, I only found out about that museum in 2020 because, like, I think they opened it right after I graduated from RISD.
It's like there's like a side building that's like just Anselm
all right.
Kiefer.
I gotta go back. I mean, he's one of my favorites.
It is so awesome.
All right, I had some luck just scraping and then wiping away. Then I was able to get kind of into the.
Oh, I've like just got your head floating here. I forgot you have a shirt and shoulders and stuff. Yeah,
I mean, he'll put like straw, you know,
dude,
just like mix.
You gotta go to this. It is so
excited.
sick. It's like.
Is it always open?
Yeah.
Like when the museum's open?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
I definitely didn't catch
There's
that.
like a room of those big paintings. And the room is like 30 or 40 feet tall with like by like 100 feet wide or something like that. It's like huge.
It's an incredible space.
Are you a Saul LeWitt fan? All those big murals that are at Mass Mocha, the like colorful ones.
Oh, I mean, I enjoy. You know, it's an incredible space to. Like again, that kind of stuff. I feel like in a very different way than Kiefer. Like it's just impactful to be in that. You know, in an environment that's filling up.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's not like an aesthetic I'm drawn to like all the time, but I think it's a very different thing to be like in that environment. All right. Yeah, I'm just complaining.
Should we?
So that
Let me know when you.
Cover.
We usually go like. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I'm just picking on you to because I feel insecure about how bad my thing's looking. So I got to harp on you.
It's your fault for not getting the medium.
I mean, it is. It's 100% your fault for not bringing the medium.
I'll take it. You did say this is what we need. And I was like, cool, I got you. And then forgot the medium.
You know, it's like a peanut butter and jelly, but you just brought peanut butter.
Oh, that's the worst. You could literally choke like that.
Exactly.
It's not okay.
That's a good word for what's going on over here. Choking. Sorry, you were saying.
I got something. I'm psyched to where I'm at. I don't know what's going on your side.
Not much. Not much.
I got like something going on where it's like my fingernail through the rubber glove, through the like paper towel, and it's like the perfect little scrape to like get in there. So we usually do like a 20-minute. We say like 20 minutes, and then we'll like kind of like
reset.
Try to wrap it up, and then reset and do like the next one. Which I don't know how long we've been going, but we're at something. Oh, okay, got it. We're at 30. Cool.
Yeah, we can. I mean, we could.
I guess I'm kind of on the. I'm on something.
I'm almost there.
But if you want to,
I need
if you're like
4 more minutes.
Do it. I definitely put out like a 45-minute episode on YouTube. I don't know if anybody's ever watched it, but it's out there. I'm into this process, so I'm gonna have to try this again.
We're gonna try it again.
Yeah, we're gonna try it again in 20 minutes after we get some medium up in here. All right. The next one I'm not gonna use blue. I'm gonna go with like brown first. Okay. I try to like not do too much detail on like the clothing, and then just do detail on the face. I love that like on those. I love that in like I don't know where I've seen it, but it's definitely like a thing where like they'll do like a portrait. I've seen a couple of like Picasso. I know it's cliche to even mention that dude, but I've seen like a couple of Picasso pieces like that where it's like the face is like really nice and like high detail, and then like the hands are just like a pencil line.
Yeah, I mean, look at like Sargent or something.
Yeah.
I mean, but the difference is like
Picasso.
the suggestion of it's still there, you know. So you get this mix of like rendering with like gesture. Yeah.
Have you seen the big Sargent painting at the Isabel Stewart Gardner Museum?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
that thing's awesome.
Yeah, only recently though. I didn't know about that museum when I was at RISD, just down the road. But yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I mean, that like, especially I don't know what the art students are into these days, but like when I was going,
Whippersnappers?
you know, Sargent was always the big like rock star.
Oh yeah.
He was kind of and
I mean, the brush strokes, like the way that he does like a nose, or like just like his facial, like the way he like builds faces with like brush strokes is so awesome. It's just like here's like a little like wisp with a brush, and it's like the most perfect like lips / nose you've ever seen, and it's just like this one little like gesture, just like
it's virtuosity. I mean, he's kind of just showing off. But like going back to the medium thing, it's just like I never felt like I had a medium that looked like it behaved like, not that it would make me paint like him, but just I wanted something that I at least wanted to try a medium that would behave like his. But I never cracked that code. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm doing like subtractive painting is like smudge.
Dude. Yeah, I love that. Oh my god, that's so cool.
It's like smudge painting.
Wow. That's awesome.
I don't know. I also can't see it because it's like glaring. So I'm just
We
sorta.
can tune
No,
it around with lights and stuff.
I'm just kind of guessing.
This is our sketch. We'll get everything right the next.
Gotta get all of Bryan's complaints out.
I had something perfect and then I screwed it up.
I know. It's very easy to undo something good. Yeah, I'm cheating. There's definitely some additive painting going on here.
All right. No, that's. I thought that was part of it. I didn't know you weren't supposed to do additive.
I mean,
It's gotta be pure subtraction.
what if Mark Tansey watches this episode?
Sorry, Mark. We're definitely.
He's like, how dare you mention my name in this?
We're gonna have a little Mark Tansey. We're gonna throw a little Mark Tansey in there.
Yeah.
We gotta let the people know what's up. I've been wanting to do that on these. It's like when there's like
Yeah.
obvious reference, like to like show.
We have the technology. We can do this.
Wow, that's so cool. Jeez.
All right. This is a good. I did choose a good color for your hat, but I pulled everything into the same monochromatic world.
Every time I touch this thing, I mess it up. So
Yeah, well, let's move on. Let's
stop.
go to round two.
I'll sit for you.
I'll just finish it a little bit. Wait, I'm just using this, forgetting we got brushes too.
Yeah, I tried to get like an array of busted ass brushes with that were all crusty with stiff bristles and newer ones.
Never did that. All right, I think I'm gonna call it.
Mine shows up not all. Hey, Dan, did we get like a little, like where you did take away the blue screen? Yeah, cool, all right. Whenever I make this common mistake where I like paint with blue in the blue screen, every now and then Dan will shut off the blue screen and like show the actual thing. Oh, there it is, yeah. Oh man, nice.
Nice.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, you got the light hitting the side of my cheek and the side of my nose and the side of my back of my neck is like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That little shape like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Hey. It's something. Let's warm up.
Sweet. All right. Thanks for coming out, everybody. We're gonna be back in 20 minutes after I go get some oil paint medium and get out of the doghouse here. Thank you, Bryan, for joining us tonight.
Thanks for enduring my complaints.
All right, cool. Take care. Peace.